Hey you guys, it's Rachel here with Senza Tempo Cane Corso. I'm here with Mazikeen and we're at Home Depot, and I'm gonna do some video for you guys so that you can see how she's doing. Don't mind my eyebrows, I'm growing them out, and it's a process, so don't be judgy. Come on, baby girl. What I find interesting is it's not giving me the ability, like it normally would, to do a wider view, like a wider angle. I wonder why. I wonder why. Alrighty. Oh, sorry. This person was like waiting for me, but I've got to let the dog go to La Baño. Pretty girl. Look at that structure. I'm going to see if I stop it and start it, if I can switch the angle. Boom, fixed. Come on, girly. She's so lanky. Oh, just like her mother. Alrighty. Oh, hold on. I've got her leash on wrong. Oh, I'll fix it in a second. But it is wrong. That's wrong. That's not a P. Come on, sweet baby. So this is only her second time in public, and the first time there was a lot more people, or no, the first time there was a lot less people than there is today. Sweet baby. Now I'm gonna fix her collar real quick. I'm gonna straddle her, do a little switcheroo. Boom. If I'm walking on the left side, I want it pulling like that. It's a little tip for you guys. Walking on the left side, this is how you want the collar. It's a P. Yeah, anyway. Let's go. Now, I don't have to have the collar super high up on her head. I do have to do that with dogs that want to pull, but she is not a puller, which is fantastic, and she's just right next to me. This way. I got the door, people, dog. You have a cart. You see, she just moved. She's a little unsure. That's okay. And you can see she's kind of looking to me. Got a little scared of the stroller. Did you get scared of the stroller? So you can tell her ears are pointed backwards. And that's because she's listening to what's going on. And a little bit of pulling there because she's drawn to these guys. These guys are creating a draw. And she's just kind of like, I'm not trying to up, you know, to hold up traffic. Now she's settled down because that draw has been broken because they're farther away. Ears are back. She's listening, but she's staying right by my side. She's doing a little touching my hand with her nose, which is really good. That's just kind of her seeking a little bit of assurance, reaching out and touching. Now, one of the things you want to look for when you have a puppy and you're just starting to bring them out is the way the tail is. Her tail is down, but it's good. It's totally fine. Now, if her tail was in a C position, like that, kind of curved down hard, like a C, there's curvature there, that tells you that your dog needs to go to the bathroom and you need to get him out. The reason that I say that, it's not just random, but because oftentimes when you bring a puppy into public, they can have stress, and it will cause them to need to go to the bathroom. And so you always want to keep an eye on that to make sure that they don't need to go. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. Oh, look at her. She gave me a little kiss. She's a very good girl. So she's dropping back a little bit. Give her a little bit of leash. And then draw it back. Come on.
Can you have a treat?
Yeah, she can have a treat.
I think I got one there. I gotta buy some more. Come here, baby. Hey. Oh, she's timid?
Nope, she's a baby. She's only 6 months old, and this is only her second time out.
You gotta start bringing them to Home Depot.
Yep, we're in the process.
Well, here we go, baby. Come here. Hey, honey. Oh, you got it bad.
Mazzy,
Come here, baby.
what's this?
Here.
Look, what's this?
Look here.
Good girl, Mazzy. Good girl. Good girl, Mazikeen. That's a good girl.
What is it?
She's a Cane Corso.
What's that?
It's an Italian Mastiff.
Start bringing it out. You'll get used to it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yep, I see it. Grab that first one back. Y'all have a good day.
You too, you too. Come on, Mazzy. Good girl. So, you'll notice that she did shy away from his touch. I will say she moved away. I'm not going to say she shied away, because when I say shy away, to me, that actually means to, like, kind of duck down and kind of hide away, and I don't feel that that's what she did. I felt she moved away. She didn't want to be touched, which is fine. She's a Corso, and they don't always want to be touched. But there's fantastic engagement here. What I really love about her is when I stop, she stops. She's watching me at all times. She's not overly, sensitive to the situation at all. If I continue, then she walks. If I stop, then she stops. Maybe not perfectly like Preacher would if I asked him, but close enough. She's very in tune with me, and I like that. Come here. Come here. And I will say that she's only had what is it, like, this is like her second day of leash training. So yeah. So I will say that she's not like, doesn't have any like formal training. And it's funny how, and this is what I will say, and I should have remembered this, and don't make my mistake. Never compliment a dog's behavior unless you want that dog to repeat that behavior again. Like the bad behavior. Because as soon as I said she's like not pulling or anything, now she's trying to pull. It's the funniest thing. It's just, it is what it is. Come here. But it does give me a chance to show you how I would deal with that. Which is I turn around and I go the opposite direction. Because oftentimes dogs pull because they're excited about where they're going. And if you create an environment where there is no excitement, there's nothing new, there's no surprise, I'm gonna get her to turn around. Good girl. Then, come here. Then all of a sudden, what we've done is create a situation where there's nothing new, and the only thing going on is that you're getting used to listening to me and, doing what you're told. Come. Come. Good girl. Come. What I like as well, she's quite a really good communicator. She's, like I said, not just got her eyes on me, but she'll reach out and touch me with her nose. Come. So I let her have a little bit of leash there. I wanted to see what she would do. I didn't want to pull her. I wanted to see if she would come based upon my words and not because I gave her a little correction. So, and obviously, like, I would prefer to be able to do verbal, right? Because that's a good way for you to test, or to begin to test whether a dog would be good off leash, is not using it and seeing, Mazzy, good girl, like that, and seeing if she'll come just based on your word. So you see how she kind of got ahead of me just then, and she slowed down and looked at me? She's really trying her very best to be on her best behavior. Now, I kind of gave her that sound effect was because she tried to cross over in front of me. I don't want that. So I'm going to give her a verbal cue that I don't like what she's doing. And as soon as she stops, then I stop. I'm going to turn her around. Have her on the outside. Come. Good girl. Good girl. There, see, she touched me there? So it's like an acknowledgement. I'm telling her, good girl. She's like, I am a good girl. And she touched her nose to me. So I have some news for you guys. I'm gonna have to change. Oh, no, ma'am. No. So we did stop for her to pee outside, but she didn't. You can tell when they want to poop, but you can't always tell when they want to pee. Let's see. Let me find somebody. I wish they just had like napkins out here. That would be awesome. I mean, they never make a big fuss out of it. They always are nice about it, but... Do you have any paper towels? My puppy had an accident.
Yeah. No, just use that because it just throw it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Stuff if you need.
Okay, it's just pee, so we're good. Thank you. Okay. All right. So anyway, the bad news is that I was doing some research. The first time I found out about this, I'll do a more in-depth video because I know that a lot of people don't watch the full videos. And when I talk about stuff like this at the end of a video, it never fails that a lot of people miss it, which is fine. It is what it is. I'm not judging. But I do, sometimes when things are important enough, and I do feel that this is, I'll make a separate video. So just be mindful of that. And I'll include the science and all that stuff, whereas now I'm just going to be telling you about it. So originally I found out about this whenever I was investigating different types of spay, because there was some science that had come out that basically indicated that there are no, safe castration methods for animals, or for dogs. That basically there are, he told me to throw this away, but where is a trash can? Probably, where's a trash can?
The outdoor ones or indoor?
To throw this away.
Yeah. What's that?
It's a towel. It has pee on it.
Oh, gotcha.
She was naughty Mazikeen. Thank God it wasn't like a lot. Okay.
Yeah, just throw that in there.
Thank you so much. Now let's go outside, stinky girl. Come on. So, pardon us. Okay, so we were researching, I was researching different types of spay that could potentially reduce the chances that she could develop those disorders. And basically what I found was that even though there are some people that are toting this thing called a, oh, hi there. Thank you. She's a Cane Corso.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She's pretty. She's baby.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. She's 6 months, I think.
She's so pretty. She's gonna be huge.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So, come here. So, that's always great when you get compliments on your dog's behavior and it's only their second time out. Okay. So, ovary saving spays were closely linked to a higher incidence of breast cancer in dogs than just doing a spay before the first heat cycle. And originally I had thought that, like humans, that dogs had that basically breastfeeding would be a protectant from breast cancer in dogs. But that is not accurate. Basically, whether a female dog is bred or not, if she is allowed to go through even one heat cycle, she has a ridiculously high chance of getting breast cancer, which is very troubling. And I contacted one of my mentors and I asked him, and he confirmed it. He's been breeding for over 20 years, and he said it doesn't matter the breed. He said cancers in female dogs are very high. Now, what he did say, because I asked him, I said, well, in your experience, what's the average age of onset? And he said 8 to 10. Now, to me, 8 to 10 years old is, I mean, my dog got cancer and died when he was not even 9.5. He was close to 9.5. He's like 9 years and 3 months or something like that. And he got cancer. So, I mean, is it ideal? No. But I will say that it isn't the same as like a dog getting breast cancer at like 5 years old. But what I have decided to do from now on is if somebody buys a pet from me, they're going to have to spay by 9 months old. Because that to me is the best, because a lot of females will come into heat at 9 months old or a little bit after. Most of them come in around a year, some sooner, but 9 months is like that perfect time where they are still basically it's as big as they're going to get before they go through the first heat. And we want them to get as big as we can get them before we do that, because they need their hormones for muscle and bone development. So, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to speak to my vet. I don't know whether this is a good idea or not, but I'm going to speak to my vet and see if he suggests or thinks that it's a good idea, that the risk outweighs, or that the risk outweighs, the benefit to keeping the breast. So basically, I may, after I retire a female, and I'm gonna let her heal up and let everything shrink down to as small as possible, and then I may have that tissue removed, the breast tissue removed, before I retire them out, just to minimize the risk that they will get breast cancer. Now, like I said, it happens at 8 to 10 years old, and I don't know if I'm going to be really doing anything by that. I don't know if it would only be limited to the I don't know if it would only be limited to just the breast tissue, or if it would just go somewhere else. You know what I mean? There's so many variables that I don't know about, but ultimately, I want to try my best to figure out as much as I can about it, so that I can try my best to give them the best chance possible of living as long and healthy of a life as possible. So yeah. So anyway, and then of course I have to look at and see, okay, so maybe it decreases the chances of breast cancer, but what if it greatly increases the odds that they'll get some other form of cancer? You know what I mean? I just don't know. And I have a lot more to learn on it. So I wish that I had like I could call Dr. Karen Becker, because I feel like she knows a lot about it. But ultimately, anything she knows, she would have found out through studies. And most of the time, I'm good at locating studies. So I feel like I'll be able to track it down. Anyway, so hope you guys are having a good day. Hit a new low on my scale today. I'm feeling pretty good about myself, you guys. So yeah, I will talk to y'all later. Mazikeen, you want to say bye-bye? Say bye-bye, Mazikeen. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. All right, y'all. Bye.